Just want to make a quick disclaimer before the video starts. This is not a video on how to tame the Ossidon. This is simply the episode of my Valguero series where I am taming the Ossidon. I have an actual taming video on how to go ahead and tame it and what it can do that I will link in the description. So if you're just here looking for how to tame the Ossidon, go check that one out. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. And today, I want to try and go ahead and tame up the new Ossidon. Now, I'm pretty sure that they should be on the map currently. I haven't done a dino wipe yet, but I think that there should be at least one. Yeah, it looks like there's one over here. Looks like it's over by the Wyvern area, so hopefully that won't make it too difficult. Now, I have absolutely no idea how to tame these things. I haven't looked into it or anything, but I do have some things that will help me try and test it out. I have some shocking strength darts just in case you're supposed to just make it a standard knockout tame, though I highly doubt that's the case. I have cannons in order to go ahead and knock it out that way. I highly doubt this will be enough to knock one out, but I can just check to see if it's done any torpor. I have a bear trap just to help me get close to it. Sometimes creatures with passive tames go ahead and have a way of explaining how you tame it when you get close to it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, we're still going. So, I really have no idea exactly how you tame this thing, and I've heard that it's apparently really difficult, so it might take me a while to go ahead and figure it out, and I honestly may end up having to just see how it's done without just trying to figure it out myself. But I'm hoping that I can manage that, but no promises. I'm probably going to start with a low-level one just to get a general idea, and then we can move to a higher level one in order to actually get one to use. And I'd like to see just how strong they are. I'm thinking, depending on how strong they are, I might take it to fight the Broodmother, but I don't know. They might not be as strong as I think, but they look incredibly powerful, so I'm guessing that it should be able to do a decent amount of damage to whatever I end up fighting. Should be around here somewhere. Shouldn't be too much further. From what I understand, they only exist in the snow, so hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to find one. And it looks like we passed it. Oh, is that it? It's not nearly as big as I thought it was. Okay. Looks like it has the frostbite. Hold on, I just want to quickly... Movement speed is decreased in taking frost damage over time. Okay. Heavy hitting level 20. Okay, that's not that bad. I just want to quickly see how much damage he does if he actually just hit me. Oh, was it the 60? Okay, that one was 90, and... Okay, got hit with the frostbite again. I need to get rid of that Utai. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Fortunately, it's really foggy, so it's going to be hard to see. Did that kill it? Nope. You want to get hit by that? I'm going to pull out my Rock Drake just to get close to see the torpor from hitting it with the shocking strength darts. I also want to check how much health it has. Its damage isn't nearly as high as I thought it would be, though. Let's see, what are we working with? Uh-oh. That's not actually that high. It does have a torpor stat, so... Oh. It's stunned. Okay, but what do you do once you stun it? Okay, so it seems hitting it with torpor stuns it, which is good. Doesn't knock it out. Well, maybe not. Here, let me... Okay, it's torpor. Either torpor drains incredibly quickly, or it just doesn't gain any. Just gonna quickly get rid of this one, honestly. Okay, so... See, does that have an inventory? It doesn't look like it. Interesting. Not sure how common these things are, so hopefully there's a few of them. And from what I understand, you cannot breed them currently. They are going to have that disabled until Lost Colony comes out. Oh. Honestly, I might find another one, because if they're not that common, a 135 with Vampiric 2 would actually be really good. They seem to actually be pretty weak. I mean, that was only level 20, and I guess 1100 health, I think that's about what it was, isn't actually that bad for that low of a level. So, definitely not as strong as I thought. I thought we were going to be dealing with something that's on par with a Giga, but I guess it's probably for the best that isn't actually that strong. Here we go. Let's see, can this grab a Wyvern? Does not look like it can grab a Wyvern. I was wondering if that has something to do with it. My only thought is that if I can stun it with Torpor, maybe it'll show what I need to do when I can stun it. Just need to be careful that I get everything taken care of. Where'd that wolf go? Oh, there it is. That was right behind that. Oh well. It looks like it's going pretty far away. Is my Wyvern still over there? Here, have him. Try to get him to follow me, so he pick me up if I need it. Just pick you up that way. I got really good armor, so I should hopefully be able to tank it for a good while. Might have been a good idea to get some med brews, though. Uh-oh. Okay, I do have my shield up. Looks like it might actually get taken down by that, wolf. Yeah. Alright, that's unfortunate. It was really low level, though, so I'm not too concerned. Guess I'll have to go find another one. I might just settle for that 1 through 5. I wanted to try it out on a lower level one first, but I can go for a 1 through 5. Normally I go for higher, and I honestly, regardless, would like to give Vampiric 2. I think that'd be really nice. So it might end up being worth it. Remember, it was over here somewhere, right? Is that it? No, level 20. Alright. Plant bearing 3. I think it's gonna be okay. Real quickly, I want to put Kibble, just in case us to be done like this. Let's see. Come on. Just be stuck on that rock. No, that didn't do it. Oh, there we go. Oh, ride it. Oh, no. Oh, do I have to pick up multiple creatures with this? Probably be best to whistle passive. Let's see. Okay, I got a little bit of taming on it. Honestly, a Pyromune would be really helpful for this, just to have something that you can go from your shoulder to riding on just to help get away. I think what I'll do to help with that, though, to make it a little bit easier on me, I'll go with Loki. I brought my horse just to have the cannon. But let's see. He's not exactly the tankiest, but I think it might work. Oh, where'd it go? Is it throwing stuff at me? Let's see where to go. Also hoping that the level doesn't determine just how much it takes to tame it. I'm not exactly sure what I have to do, but at least I now know how to get on its back. That I have to ride it, so I'm gonna have to learn its controls. My guess is that I probably have to pick up a bunch of creatures with the snowball. And I think if I remember from the trailer, it looks like it's able to bite whatever is in the snowball, so maybe you have to get a bunch of creatures and have it kill them with the snowball. Maybe that's what you have to do. If that's the case, then I'm going to need a bunch of packs of wolves, which might be a little bit difficult. Just going to get rid of the heat tie. If that is the case, though, and you do have to pick up creatures with snowball in order to get taming, I do wonder if you can use unclaimed creatures, so you could just make a bunch of like wolves or Deinonychus, breed up a bunch of those, and then set them in the path, unclaim them, and then have the Ossidon pick them up. Help make taming easier. Go eat. I think the 1 through 5 was like right over here, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, there's another one. What is it? 25 with Kingsling. Alright. Come on. It's gonna end up being itself killed here. Oh, there we go. Collect it all together. Effectiveness is definitely damaged. Looks like I have a max number of creatures I can pick up. Okay. Try to hit that Drakeling. Pick up. Can I hit that deer? What happens if I can't seem to attack it. Just testing out keys to see if any of them do anything. I think my effectiveness has actually gone up. Doesn't look like I can take damage while I'm picking things up either. Which is nice. Having this other one here, though, is definitely not helping. Wonder if I could pick this thing up with a wyvern, because taking this thing, if I do have to pick up a bunch of creatures, taking it down to like a Deinonychus nest location would be really helpful. Yep. Looks like it died somehow. Weird, its health wasn't going down. I wonder if that's just a bug. Okay, let's quickly check with the next one to see if I can pick it up. 95. Okay, yeah. Guessing a wyvern probably can't. That looks awfully big for a wyvern. A rhino might, though, but that would take a very long time to move around. I definitely don't want to tame one near an Alpha Rex. That's a very bad idea. I need to get some water. Just trying to think. wonder if I could pick up a rhino. So this would actually be a really good area. There's lots of rhinos and wolves in this part, so... Where's the closest one? Back there. I'll keep going across and seeing if I run into any over here. Or if they're just up in that corner there. I'm guessing that there's probably some over here, but... Yeah, here we go. So just none on those big glacial flats. Let's see. There we go. Level 20 with cave bearing. It's in the middle of that lake, though, so... I'm not gonna put up with that. That's not really worth trying to tame. I'm gonna go find one that I think will be worth trying to tame. And then I'll bring you guys back. Don't really think... I think I'm going to have to get a little bit picky, even if I'm not going for levels, just because I want to make sure that it's actually tameable. Actually, we got one right here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll just take this one out. Alright, yeah, I will head out and try to find either a good level or one that's just in a really good position to be tamed, and then I'll bring you guys back when I find it. Alright, so I'm back, and I found a 140. So, I'm gonna try and tame that one up. I guess there's another one over here. Let's see what this one is. Only level 25. Now, I noticed something earlier when I was going to kill one of them. I noticed, let's see if it does it here. When it picked up a bunch of creatures in the ball, that time the ball seemed to just break. But when it picked up a bunch... It picked up a chalet, I think it was, into the ice ball. And then it started rolling it around, but it shot a bunch of the giant icicles onto the ground and started to try and roll the ball into the icicles. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with the taming. So I'm gonna try and do that this time, because I think I do remember that it did start shooting a bunch of the icicles around. Unfortunately, I don't really know how you... I don't know if it takes a certain amount of torpor, or... Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can pick something up. Here, let's grab this deer. Okay, here we go. Bunch of icicles go on the ground. It does look... Okay, yeah, so it looks like you have to go ahead and hit the icicles. I'm guessing that picking up creatures also helps? Is my wyvern gonna be okay? No, he is not. Okay. Anything else? Fortunately, it looks like large creatures like Utis and stuff might be pretty problematic. There, just head up. Actually, the Fear Roar might work in my favor here. Let's see if I can pick up this RG. There's a baby direwolf again. I don't know if the number of creatures adds like a multiplier or something to how much of the, how much taming east of the icicles gives. But it looks like we're making decent progress. Definitely need to keep the area clear of larger carnivores, though, like Utis. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it seems it's keeping track of the number of icicles that I'm getting, so I don't know if I have either the time or... I'm guessing that the one on the right is creatures that you put into the ball and the ice shards. I don't know if you get too much of those, if it'll knock you off. I need to harvest that corpse, though. It's gonna die here, isn't it? Oh yeah, no, it's very dead. If it can't hit something... Oh, I hopped off. Passive. Get on. Yeah, I got killed again. Dang it. Oh, where's my wyvern? Okay, I have to go find another one, I guess. Definitely really difficult just to keep it alive, honestly. I really was expecting them to have significantly more health than they seem to actually have, so... Here, I'll just try with this level 90. I'm gonna keep the area clear of Utahs first, though. Those seem to be the biggest threat. Oh, that's not good. Here, honestly. Oh, please tell me that this will work. Not if I miss. I'll just have to get out my sword. Jeez. Did that other one die too? Oh no, there it is. Chasing a deer. I think we have a lot of creatures over there that we can use, so. I'm not really sure. Try hitting it with that. Multiple hits. There we go. Maybe it is linked to how much torpor you inflict. It also appears that lower level ones you can't do nearly as much with. I need to go find a creature to pick it up first. So it looks like I can't run over the ice unless I have a creature in it. Let's see. There we go. Pick up the RG again. Let's get some more spikes down. Let's see, if I pick both of them up, does it do more? Doing about 0.5 per this time. Here, let's get this other RG in here. Now it's doing 0.6, might be about the same though. Yeah, I think it's about the same. So maybe it doesn't matter how many creatures, it just matters that you have creatures. Let's turn around. Honestly, might be easier to do this in a biome with more passive creatures as opposed to things like wolves, simply because wolves can actually seem to kill these things pretty easily. I'm also wondering what will happen if I get the max number of ice shards. Just need 2 more. Oh, that max number. There we go. I don't seem to have anything that I can do. 13, give me 1 more. That did do about 20... Okay, that did a quarter of the taming. That's really hard, though. It's a pretty simple concept, but actually executing it seems really difficult. Just want to check this one. That's I like the color of the skull on that one. Not very good, though, so I'll just take it out. Honestly, I think I'm going to very quickly head back. Looks like I just now realized I've gotten a ton of XP out of all this. But I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna quickly grab... I think I might grab my Deinonychus pack. I don't really use them anymore. And I'll see if I can use them to... use them to pick up into the ball if I unclaim them. And then I'll go find another one. Probably a good level, just so it can hopefully survive against stuff. And then I'll try taming it then. I also should go repair my armor, as I'm sure that's... Oh, actually, it's not doing too bad. Anyway, yeah, I'll grab up a Deinonychus or two to try and shove into the ice ball, and then we can try to tame one, see if that'll work any better. So I thought that since my Drakeling had max XP, I put all of it into my Rhino and decided to just quickly go ahead and pick this up before I continue my search, just because if I'm going to have to kill a bunch of them, then I may as well go ahead and be able to get all the XP for it. So, let's see what we got here. Honestly, I mean, I guess I'll take all that, and the kibble, but I'm probably just going to drop the rest of that. I don't really need it, so nothing particularly helpful. Just quickly check, see if there's one around here. I don't think so. Oh, wait. Unless it's up here. Well, I might have one. There we go. Level 20. Alright, never mind. Not really worth it. Okay, yeah, I will continue the search, and then I will go ahead and bring you guys back when I find one. Alright, got an R140, and I've only killed 3 of them, and I already have over 30,000 XP. So, I don't have any boosted experience rates, at least not that I manually put in, but these things seem to give an insane amount of experience. So yeah, I would highly recommend if you have a Drakeling to just run around and kill these things, because you will be able to farm dragon hordes incredibly quickly. So... Uh-oh. Oh, I got Perlavia, didn't I? Fortunately, it seems to be doing the ice ball, which goes pretty slow, but it might pick me up. That I got that way too close. Fortunately, those wolves might be a problem. Here, see if it can aggro on them, and then I can pick them off myself. No, they really don't seem to care that much. And another Perlavia. Come on, there we go. Is it dead yet? It doesn't actually look that bloody. It might have been able to regenerate. Okay. I'm not really gonna have time to toss out my Deinonychus. I think I'm just gonna have to hop on this thing. Come on. Go down. Here we go. Alright, here we go. That should grab Argy though, right? I guess not. Oh, there we go. Let's eat a little bit to heal myself up. I'm gonna run over some of these. Alright, let's see. There we go, yeah. Now it's working. Alright, it looks like it's pretty calm around here. Hopefully I don't live to regret that statement. Yeah, I think I should be able to just keep siphoning these up. It looks like you also have to run them over from the side that they're pointing, otherwise it doesn't actually pick them up. Oh, yeah, I can grab this RG. Yep, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I run over from this way, and oh, never mind, that picked it up. That one worked too. Alright. How much health does this thing have? Not that much. I got launched off, and not very good on our percentage. Here, I'll toss out Loki again. Just quickly get around. I might need to... I think I have some Trank arrows, right? Hopefully I do. Definitely should have brought some med brews. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Alright, here we go. Pick the ball. Looks like I couldn't pick up my own Deinonychus. Here, he might be able to lure some of the... Yeah, there we go. Here, passive. Oh, I was able to grab him. Interesting. Okay, so you can use your own creatures. You may be able to set up like an army of dodos or something in that case. That might be able to work. It looks like the taming effectiveness might be hurt by damage, though. I wonder if the number of creatures you pick up impacts the taming effectiveness at all. Ah, great, not a U-tie. Might lose this one, too. Just gonna hit that. Passive, follow. Did I not say follow me? Uh-oh, he's pretty damaged. Yeah, I might want to pull out my horse in that case. I guess my horse might not be fast enough, though. Here, let's try and get him to eat this. It didn't look like it regenerated, and I think it ate corpse over there, so maybe they can't regenerate off corpses. That's not good. I should probably reload this, I guess. Honestly, if that's the case, I'm gonna toss out on my Rhino, my horse, because I recently checked and I have a really good horse saddle. And in addition to all the health I've been pumping on it, it might actually be pretty good to help me tame this thing. I want to keep an eye on its effectiveness. Can't tell if it's just not getting hit by that RG or if it doesn't lose effectiveness at all. I don't think it's actually getting hit. Oh, there we go. Here, I want to try and get it to eat this corpse for me. Oh, it did heal. Perfect. I guess the RG must have ate whatever problem was earlier. Alright. Fortunately now I have Loki following me. So I will pick up my horse and this RG. And I'll just run over a bunch of these. Yeah, we're slowly increasing, but yeah, it seems every time you mount it, it loses effectiveness. Icicle too close to enemy. I didn't get to read that last part. I guess I'm gonna end up picking up a Chally here. Hoping that Loki's not gonna get too hurt. He ends up dying on me. Nice isolated spotlight up here, though, is really nice for this. I'll check if you can pick him up with a Rhino, because that might end up being a really good method. At least for taming them now. I highly doubt Rhinos will be on Lost Colony, seeing that it's supposed to take place, I believe, in Antarctica. And I wouldn't exactly put my money on a gigantic insect living in Antarctica, but what do I know? Here, I'll pick up my Equus again. Honestly, it's looking like the hardest part of this is going to be getting the effectiveness up, but if you can isolate it, it looks like it's actually not too bad to work on just the actual taming itself. I am curious, though, if filling up all the icicles, picking up as many of them as you can, increases how much taming it does, or maybe it just does effectiveness. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it this time, but... Oh, wait, maybe I can. Hurry. Yep, there we go. Okay, made it to 36%. Let's see, I'll just let that Chally tank the aggro. How's your health doing, by the way? Not great. I'm mostly gonna blame that on the Chally, though. He's just mercilessly beating me up here. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just heavily impacts the taming effectiveness. Maybe you need to get both the icicle amount and the creature pickup, both to max to prevent losing effectiveness. I guess I could check that out with a lower level one. Okay, picking up a creature again does count. So yeah, might be able to get like an army of dodos or something to just constantly pick up more creatures. I think you'd only need, I'm guessing a max level will take 20 creatures would be my guess. 20 creatures and 50 ice shards. So you might be able to just get like, I'd say maybe 5 creatures of your own and just pick them up, and then that should work. Even if this thing doesn't come out with great effectiveness, I'll still go ahead and test it out. I might end up taming one with better effectiveness and actually trying a lot harder, but I might just wait for Lost Colony for that, because I would like to see what these things can do once we get there, but without the ability to breed them, I don't have that much motivation to really put myself through taming them, trying to get it as perfect as I possibly can. Yeah. Just gonna keep continuing this and might go ahead and jump ahead to when I actually get this thing tamed, or I guess if it ends up dying or something. That's definitely a possibility, so yeah, I think I'll just jump ahead, that way you guys don't have to watch me just rolling around a giant snowball picking stuff up. Alright, it's a bit later, and I almost have this thing tamed up. It's actually not been nearly as long as I thought it would be. But I think this should be the last time that I need to hop on its back, because we're at 94. Unfortunately, the actual effectiveness has really gone down, and I'll have to go ahead and investigate what the best way to keep that is. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep trying to pick up as many creatures as I can. But yeah, we should hit 100% here any second. Unfortunately, I don't think I can really run over any of these icicles. But I've ended up learning a lot. You don't need to go ahead and actually pick up creatures in order to pick up the icicles, and I didn't really notice this in the beginning, but the icicles have a miss that's pretty easy to see. There we go. Wow, that is such a low level. Yep, here we go. There we go. Got the dossier. We'll just pick it up really quick. But yeah, controlled environment is key. Controlled environment, and I'd honestly argue your own army of creatures, I guess not necessarily an army, your own group of creatures to pick them up is significantly easier than just trying to tame one of these things completely in the wild. They're not nearly as powerful as I thought they'd be, and so they really struggle dealing with packs of dire wolves, because they also don't really seem to aggro on them that well. I just want to check its stats here. Yeah, so 30 points is about almost 8,000 in stamina. Stamina seems to be pretty good. The weight stat's really good. That's pretty good. I don't think the cold trait should impact the frostbite damage or anything, and the melee is, well, it's just melee, so I just want to get rid of this wolf really quick. I don't know if, I'm assuming I need the saddle to ride it, but I don't know. Okay, it's level 74, and okay, it does not take element. I was really worried about that. So I will take this thing home, and definitely not going to be trying to kill a bird mother with it. Not that strong, it would seem, but I do want to take it out and actually really quick, I do want to go ahead and give the XP to my Rhino, and while we're up here, may as well go get the Dragon Horde, seeing that most of them seem to spawn up here for me. But yeah, definitely recommend, if you have a Drakeling or even just anything you're trying to, level up, to go kill a bunch of these things, because they give a ton of XP. Here, just to go ahead and give you a general idea, I will actively go take one out right now. But I don't think you need the Lost Colony expansion pass, at least not on official, in order to go ahead and see them spawn. You should just need the pass in order to tame them. So you should be able to just kill them, so if you're looking for XP, that should be pretty easy. And yeah, as you can see, I got 20,000 from, what was that, level 60 or level 90, I think? Just an incredible amount of experience. You can easily farm dragon hordes. And my Drakeling's pretty decent level, so it does get about 150, so that would have been probably about, I'd say, 15k, but still, that means 2 of those things would give me an Ascended Dragon Horde, which is just mind-blowing. I mean, that is an insane amount of XP from killing a single creature. Honestly, I think that's better than killing a Giga. That might, Ossidon may be the new highest XP-giving creature in the game. And it does appear that their drag weight is low enough, you should be able to bring them in the boss arenas. But anyway, I'm going to quickly run over to Dragon Horde, and I'm going to go make this thing a saddle, and then we can test this thing out and see what's like actually using them once it's tamed. Alright, up here at the Dragon Horde, I made the Ossidon saddle, so we can take around everything that's around here and see how it does. I don't know why these things spawn so high up. Ooh, I'll gladly take shotgun ammo. But here we go. Saddle's not too expensive, but let's just toss out. Oh. You know what? Oh. It's pretty decent damage, actually. Especially considering it's only a level 167 right now. We can get the saddle on. Thanks a lot, bees. This thing looks pretty incredible, I gotta be honest. Yeah, I'd be pretty terrified if I saw this thing just walking towards me. Let's see what we have, though. Looks like the ice spikes are used with... Okay. There we go. And monstrous affection. What does that mean? Okay, so standard attack. So left click is just your claws. Seems like it does one with one side, one with the other, and then both at the exact same time. You hold down right click to aim, and then left click to go ahead and launch all the ice. And I'm assuming C. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Looks like your drag weight limit might be limited, but I'm not really sure by what. Yeah, you can jump. It's not a charge jump, though. It's just a standard jump, but it can launch you pretty far. Let's test out how much damage these ice spikes do. I'm guessing their main thing is just applying the frostbite debuff, which doesn't actually do that much, but it's definitely pretty strong. I'll give it that. I definitely see boss fighting potential. Even how strong these things are, you might even be able to... Just one of these might be strong enough to go into a boss fight. I mean, the damage definitely seems to be its best stat. Just want to quickly go ahead and hit something. Let me check this monster affection. What's this? increase to all stats while being ridden by your favorite rider. Each stack increases the stats by 0.5% and can be built up by having the same rider over time. Interesting. So I'm guessing that the number under the +1 is probably how long until I get the another stack. And then the more that you use it, the more it likes you, would be my assumption. Absorb size limit. Okay, so I'm guessing that means 139 drag weight. The damage is increased with all the ice that you get. Let's try and run something over. Here, looks like we got something down here. Alright, yeah, there we go. I tell I can pick up. Yeah, I can't pick up the salmon. There we go. Okay, so we broke it. Then we were able to damage them, I guess. Ran out of stam, unfortunately. Okay, interesting. Wonder what happens if you completely fill up the creatures you can put into it. Guess I'll have to wait for it to come back. I want to see, just in case. Are you able to run over your own creatures like you can with a wild one? I'll just toss down a volunteer. Might increase this thing's health just so it could be more useful with taming one of these, but I don't know if I'll be taming another one. I can't really breed them, and I really just wanted to check it out. They definitely don't seem powerful enough to really be too useful against something without breeding them. It's not like I'm going to be able to take it out against the brood mother just to test that out. I don't think that... I mean, maybe if I had a max of one that tamed at perfect effectiveness, but honestly, judging by that method, I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. Nearby impact icicle refreshed. What does that mean? Yeah, I got another stack, though. Just before we go too far, what happens if I pick it up? Does it keep that information? It does. It does reset the timer for it. It also resets the cooldowns. I like this favorite rider mechanic. Honestly, I'd really like to see this implemented for more creatures. I mean, I guess that's what Imprint Boost technically is, but I think that even then, it would still be nice. Because that's a really nice idea. I hope that more creatures get something similar to this. Anyway, let's see if I can run over my Deinonychus. I don't think so. Oh, hold on, pick that saber up. Okay, you cannot run over your own creatures from the looks of it, but you can run over wild ones at least. It does use a pretty good amount of stam. I'm assuming that when you run out of stam, it will force you to be dismounted. It looks like it might actually have a timer down there. I'm guessing that's what that 35 and counting down is. It's a timer for how long. It's just filled up. Here. Yep. Broke. Definitely pretty powerful, though. Interesting. I'm liking this thing. It's definitely getting me excited to mutate them on Lost Colony to see what they can do. I mean, they're pretty strong now, but if I were to go ahead and mutate it, it would only get better. I am curious, though. The dossier mentions something about how they look physically different dependent on what their best stat is. Just want to see. This one's mostly oxygen. I don't know if that actually shows up or not. Yeah, these things are They look really good, which is always a plus. Let's just check to see. I want to see if if leveling stats will impact how much drag weight is carried. If it's based off the level of the Ossidon itself, or the stat that you level. So I'll quickly just reset this thing if I can just pick it up. There we go. Okay, so we start at 139. Let's quickly reset this a couple times. I'll level up a couple points into health. Still 139. I'm guessing it's probably weight that'll make the difference, so let's try that one next. There we go. Weight. Oh, now it's up to, yeah. Okay, cancel it. Just trying to see how much. Okay, put 3 into damage just to make sure. No, it does seem to be linked to the weight. So the weight stat impacts how much you can carry in it, which I guess makes sense. I guess I should have checked if the damage stat impacted, the damage of it. I mean, I'm assuming it impacts a little bit of the damage, but yeah, damage 100%. I think Icicles increases that, right? Oh, why do they have a ring around them now? Okay, so it's about 2.5 per icicle that you absorb. So you're definitely going to want to mutate weight on these things just so they can carry a bunch. Probably Stam, because I'm assuming Stam will impact how long you can hold this. It seems it has, I'm guessing, a 60-second max duration, but the Stam might also play a part. I guess we'll see here in a second when I run out. Keep an eye on it. Yeah, okay, so you're probably going to want to level Stam, damage, and weight on these things, which, a lot of work, but, I don't know. Not too bad. Powerful, and they're definitely interesting, and this favorite rider mechanic is something that I hope we get to see more of in the future. Definitely would be a really nice addition to have one of these things sitting outside your base. I don't suppose... No, there isn't. I was really hoping that there was just a sit option, like with Megatheers and Challies, but it'd be really cool to just have 2 of these things just sitting outside your gate to your base. Alright, well, that was definitely an interesting taming process. I highly would recommend that you get a bunch of your own creatures to go ahead and tame those things, as it definitely seems really difficult to take it out into the wild and just pick up a bunch of creatures. Especially in the snow, where almost everything is incredibly dangerous and more than capable of killing you. If you were to somehow bring it down to, I don't know, like beaches where you can just run over dodos, it would probably be a lot better. But if you keep it in a controlled environment, it definitely takes some time, and I recommend having really good armor and a creature that can follow you. A Pyromane would be fantastic. But it's actually not that bad as long as you can just keep it in a very controlled environment, which, of course, Ark is not a very controlled game, so it's a bit difficult to get that. But once you get there, it takes a good amount of time, but it's not actually that bad, and it's a pretty straightforward concept. So, knowing all that, I do feel pretty confident if they don't really change anything, that this thing will not be that bad to tame. And I highly recommend you go out and take a bunch of these things out while they still have the ridiculous amount of XP that they give. So I'm assuming they're going to patch that, but if that's not patched, definitely go out and take these things down, because you can farm up a lot of XP really fast, which is not only good for Dragon Hordes, but just for leveling up your creatures. I mean, I could probably easily go out for a couple hours and come back, my Wyvern would be max level, honestly. I mean, if these things are given about think it was like, what, 15,000 experience for like a level 100? I mean, that's just so much XP. So, anyway, that's going to be all for this one. So, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.